Good day, students. Today we will going to continue our lesson about CSS. And for today's lesson, we will going to learn, here it is, we will going to learn the 2D transform. In the 2D transform, we have three topics on this. The first one is how to translate. The second one is how to rotate. And the last one is the screw. Okay, after the 2D transform, we will going to have another lesson, and that is how to add video to our website. For adding video, we have two ways. The first one is adding video from a saved video in our laptop, and the other one is we're going to add a video to our website through YouTube. Okay, so are you ready? Okay. Be ready your Notepad++ because we will going to do this activity together. Okay, so let us start with a very simple website. So as what you can see here, it's just a very simple website wherein we have only our head, our title, the link for our CSS. Okay, so that's all. Now for this website, we are not going to add any background. I'm not going to add animation. I'm not going to add font. These are just a very plain website wherein we have only things or only element that you can see is the 2D transform and the video. But later on in our activity, you're going to learn all the things that we have discussed here and make your own website wherein I can see a 2D transform, I can see a video to your website, and all of the other things that we have learned in creating or in developing a website. Okay, so let's start with the 2D transform. So as what you can see, the title of this one is already 2D transform. Now, today, let's proceed. This time, let us proceed now on how to create a 2D transform in our website. Okay, so the first thing that we will going to do is we are going to make an element to our HTML. Okay, now for this, we will start with our H1. Okay, that's the very first thing that we do in our website, the H1. For this H1, we have, I'm going to write, this is normal H2, and of course the end tag for our H2. Now when we say transform, it means to say that there is another file on top of our original file. So the H1 here is our original file, and the one that we were going to put here is the transformed element. Okay, so after our original file for the normal element, let us now put the transform element. So still, I'm going to use the H1, but for this, I'm going to name this one. I'm going to put an ID on this and write a name for this H1, and the name will be my H1. And with this, I'm going to write this element is translate. These elements have been translated. Okay, and the end tag for H1. Okay, now we're done. Then let us put some style in our CSS. For our CSS, let's start with our H1 squiggy bracket, and we will going to start with our width. For our width, we will going to write 300 px, and for our height, this will be 100 px. Not only that, that has improved more on what we can use in our H1. This time we will going to write background color. For our background color, let us just use color yellow. After this one, let us put some border. The border will be 1px black solid. Now, this time, let us now put a CSS to our translated element. And that will be the name of our ID. Let's start that one with hashtag myH1. That's the name of our ID. Squiggy bracket. And this time, let us now put transform. Okay, so for our transform, we are going to use the translate. And let us now put, okay, the value for our translate. This will be 50px. And the other one will be 10px. Okay, don't forget to write your cool. Okay, so let us save our work and let us check what happened to our website. Okay, so let's do a refresh. Okay, so here you go. So when we say translate, that's what you can see. This is our normal H2 and this is our translated H2. Okay, so as what you can see, there is a gap between the two elements. Okay, so aside from the translate, we can also apply the rotation or rotate. For that one, let us make another H1, but for this, I'll just going to put a bracket. Okay, I'll just going to use the same H1. I'll just going to copy this and put this one under our bracket. But in this case, I'm going to change the ID, and this will be my H2. Okay. For this, I'm going to change the paragraph that I put. Instead of translate, this element will be rotated. Rotated 20 degrees. Okay, now for this element, we will now going to rotate our another element. Okay, so still this one is a normal H2 and the other one is the rotated H2 or rotated element rotated in 20 degrees. Okay, so this time let us save our work and let's go back to our CSS. Okay, now this time let us now put our ID. For our ID, that is my H2. And let's now put the transform. And instead of translate, we will going to use rotate. This time, we will going to rotate it 20 degrees. Don't forget to put your tilde to it. Okay, save our work and let us try what happened to our website. Let's now do a refresh. Okay, so here it is. If we're going to use the rotate 20 degrees, this will happen. This is our normal file, and this is another element wherein we use the transform. Transform into 20 degrees, rotated 20 degrees. Okay, so the first one here is the translate. The second one here is the rotate. Now, let's try to have another one. The last way on how to use transform in a website is through the use of scoop. Okay, so still we're going to use the same h1, but I'll just going to put a separation by putting a bracket. Okay, so just going to copy this one still, Control C, and put it here. In this case, since this is already our third element, so I'm going to change the ID into 3, my h3, and instead of this element will be rotated, I'm going to change this element will be screwed. Okay, screw. Okay, now let us save our work and let us go back to our CSS. In this case, we will going to write down our ID. For our ID, we have hashtag my h3 squiggy bracket, and this time let's use transform. For this, we're going to use scoop. For the scoop, we will going to apply the value. For the scoop, we have an x and y axis. For our x-axis, we have 20 degrees. And for our y-axis, we will going to write, or we will going to put 20 degrees. Okay, don't forget to enclose it and put the toolbox to it. Save our work and let us see what happened to our website when we do the screw. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so this will happen if we were going to apply screw in one of our elements in our website. So these are the 3 ways wherein we can use the 2D transform. The first one is the translate, the other one is the rotate, and the third one is the screw. Okay, now this time, let's proceed to our next objective. Let us apply a video to our website. And as what I've said from the start of our video, there are 2 ways wherein we can put a video to our website. The first one is, if you have already a saved video to your website, all you have to do is to put that saved video in the same folder. Okay, so we have here now. Okay, so let me go back to my desktop. So this is the folder of our activity right now, and this is the saved video that I have. So what we're going to do is, we will going to save the video inside the folder that we have. So I'm just going to try to drag it here so that the video will be inside my folder. And the name of this video is Philippines. Okay, this one is a MP4 file. Okay, now to apply video to our website, let's go back to our Notepad++. Okay, let's go back to our Notepad++ and let us put our video here in our HTML. Okay, always remember that when we apply video, we do not put video to our CSS because the things that we put in our CSS are only for modification that we do to our HTML. So if we're going to apply a video, we put that one under our HTML. Okay, so this time let's put a video. To put a video, a saved video to our laptop or to our folder, all we have to do is we're going to write a bracket and write video. We will going also to put the width. This time, the width will be 500. And let's write a control. After that, let us put now the source. For our source, let us now put the video source src equals, and this time we put the file name of our video, and that is Philippines. Philippines is an MP4 file, so we're going to put that MP4. Okay. After that, we also need to put the type. What type is this element? This one is a video MP4. Okay, so we close it, and this time don't forget to write your end tag for our video. Okay, so again, if you want to apply a video to your website, wherein that video is already saved in your computer, all you have to do is to transfer that video to the same folder and write this element. Okay, after that one, let us save our work and let's go back to our website. Okay, let's do a refresh. Okay, drag. Okay, so there it is. We successfully added the video to our website. So when we click play, okay, the video will play. Okay, now this time, one of the reasons why is it that we put control here after our width controls here, it's because it allows us to pause, to adjust the video or the volume, or to adjust or something that we can do in our video, just like this one. If we're not going to put control, we cannot see the play button, the volume button, the adjust the size button. That's the main purpose why we put the control there. Okay, again, if we're not going to put the control, we cannot do something or we cannot play our video. So that is how important control is in our CSS or in our HTML. Okay, so this is one way to save or to put a video to our website if the video is already saved in your laptop. Okay, now the other way to apply video in our website is the easiest way, and that is to the use of YouTube. Now, make sure that you have already an opened YouTube. Okay, we have here. By the way, this is just a random video from my YouTube account. And okay, I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to use this video, then I'm going to place that video to my website. Okay, now to put a video from YouTube going to your website, all you have to do is to click the share here. Okay, click the share, click the embed. So if you can see, we have your embed, Facebook, Twitter. Click our embed, and this is the embedded file for our video. Let's click copy. Okay, once our file is already copied, let us go back to our Notepad++. This time, okay, let us put a bracket here so that these two videos will be separated. And once we already copied the embedded file, all we have to do is to paste it in our website. Okay, so these are the embedded file of the video. Paste that one and save our work. Okay, so let's see if it works in our website. Okay, so let's do a drag. Okay, so there it is. So as what you can see, we have now a video from YouTube going to our website. And if we're going to check if it plays, of course it is. So when we click the play button, automatic the video will go into play.
Since the pandemic starts.
So we have two ways on how to apply video to our website. The first one is through the use of a video that is being saved, and the other one is how to apply video from YouTube going to your website. Okay, so that ends our lesson for today. Again, for our lesson, we discussed about the 2D transform, which is this one. You have three things, three ways on how to put the 2D transform using translated, using rotate, and using the scoop. And lastly, we learn how to apply video to our website. It could be from YouTube or it could be from your laptop. Okay, so thank you for watching. This time I want you to do our activity for today. Thank you and have a nice day, everyone.